My name is Lindsay Roach. I am the Global Head of SMB, or Small to Medium Business Marketing at Hexagon. I work within the Hexagon Manufacturing Intelligence Division.
I'm Mandy Wardman and I'm the Senior Manager of Global Events for Hexagon's Manufacturing Intelligence Division.
So Hexagon in that division are empowering makers around the world. We help through software and hardware across the whole product lifecycle, makers to invent, to design, to collaborate, to optimize efficiencies, all the way through that product lifecycle. The most important thing for me in my role at the moment is, how do I demonstrate value of marketing overall within the business and of myself within the team? Finding the value as a narrative to articulate that value upwards through the stakeholders that I need to speak to and across the wider business is actually quite a time-consuming job. What I need is usually to build that network of trusted people that can provide me with that information that I can then articulate that back. When I started at Hexagon Manufacturing Intelligence 2 years ago in this current role, it was a brand new role for the company. They'd never before had a marketing person globally responsible for owning the narrative, the demand generation, and the entire plan around how we would reach the marketplace of small to medium businesses in manufacturing. So I had a blank piece of paper in front of me, which is really exciting actually as a marketer. You can create whatever you want in terms of how that looks. But I really needed the support of an agency from an external perspective in order to really understand what was the root of the need.
Before working with Carswell Gould, we very much did everything internally. The challenges that we faced are creating something new, thinking out of the box. You can get very set in your ways. We've got our own internal design team, but they work very much to company standards and guidelines. So we'd just keep repeating the same thing we did, whereas what we need to do is to evolve.
Working with Carswell Gould was absolutely essential. I needed to demonstrate value quickly. I needed to really understand what should be the first, second, third priorities to make that shift happen. Throughout my career, I've worked with a large number of agencies, to be honest, in the B2B space. But the difference for me with Carswell Gould is actually immeasurable, because I feel that they're an external perspective with an internal mindset. Many agencies can strive to demonstrate that, but I do feel that this is demonstrated time and time again by them.
With Carswell Gould, they are different. They are exceptional in terms of creativity, in thinking outside of the box. It is very much that they do understand Hexagon. They got to know the business.
In the past with other agencies, I'm literally given back what I've asked for, and I'm kind of having it confirmed that your idea was the best idea and we will go and create that. Yeah, that's nice to hear. Okay. But actually what I'm looking for is the experts to push the boundaries for me, because that's not my area of expertise. Mine is something different. So when I put a challenge to Carswell Gould, actually what happens is I get something completely different back most of the time. And I love that, because it's not what I expected. It's so much more, and it's the right answer. And I really look forward to those conversations, because they're the dynamic marketing, strategic and tactical conversations that everybody in my kind of role loves to have.
Carswell Gould helped me create these event manuals that we have rolled out only a few months ago, to start that journey for everybody, to bring them into, one MI, so that it is very much that it's standardised messaging and branding. I couldn't have actually done that and delivered it without the help of Carswell Gould.
The first project that I worked on with Carswell Gould was the launch of the first ever global partner event for Hexagon Manufacturing Intelligence. The whole vibe of that event had to feel like something spectacular. We really wanted to empower the partners to work together, to work with us, and to learn more about Hexagon. So working with Carswell Gould, we totally reframed that whole story, and it was just fantastic. The feedback from that was so great from all of the partners. And one of the strap lines of the event was "Power your potential." Well, I honestly think that it was actually them that powered the potential of the event and powered my potential to actually fulfill that role. And it was really great. We had, I'd say, 350 partner attendees and a good mix of internal attendees. The real success for me was getting people in the room together. And with Carswell Gould's help, they helped me to craft that story, position it in the right way. The visuals were absolutely spot on. And a particular highlight for me was where we had the cocktail reception, the gala dinner, and we projected graphics onto the balconies of the hotel with all of our key messages. And it was a real wow moment for all of our attendees, and the feedback from that has been fantastic. This was the first time I was meeting a lot of these senior stakeholders, my internal customers, who I wanted to impress, and it made a huge difference. What that's meant for me is that my internal credibility, my internal stock was a lot higher immediately because they saw real value from the event that had been delivered and everything that followed it. And people are still talking about that now, but I think it just goes to demonstrate how much impact that event had. Because if people are still talking about it 2 years later in the partner and internal community, then I've done my job. I'm currently working on something really exciting with Carswell Gould, a programme to reach our machine shop customers and prospects around the world. And working with Carswell Gould, what we've managed to do is build an incredible tool. It's the machine shop benchmark tool. We're using some really creative ways to do this. I've been thrilled at the feedback that I've had back from the agency and how much we've worked together to really define what that looks like. It's just the beginning. It's a really exciting journey that we've started. I've now got approval for translation into multiple languages. We're looking at a US-based version at some point as well. That to me is a result in itself. One of my biggest internal customers, or the stakeholders that I need to consider, are my field marketers. I build the programs, working with them, and they execute to meet their sales targets. So the fact that they are so encouraged by this program is a big win for me. I feel that I've not necessarily completed my job yet, but with the help of Carswell Gould, I most certainly will get there over the next few years.
I love the way that Carswell Gould work. I love the way that the energy, and you know that when they're talking to you and you're brainstorming with them, that it is that they are more part of the business, but the creative ideas that they come up with are just exceptional.
For me, working with Carswell Gould is like having an external person working within that internal environment that you're in. They really, truly understand the challenges that I'm facing and the project that we're working on, and they push the boundaries of what I'm actually setting for myself. I have been able to see the challenges and the opportunities that I'd already identified within my role in a completely new light. If anybody is considering working with Carswell Gould, I would obviously say do it, because for me it has been a game changer.